Number 32, we will not keep the lands of people convicted of felony in our hands for longer than a year and a day, after which they shall be returned to the lords of the fees concerned. Number 33, all fish wares shall be removed from the Thames, the Medway, and throughout the whole of England except on the sea coast. Number 34, the writ called precipi shall not in future be issued to anyone in respect of any holding of land if a free man could thereby be deprived of the right of trial in his own lord's court. Number 35, there shall be standard measures of wine, ale, and corn, the London quarter, throughout the kingdom. There also shall be a standard width of dyed cloth, russet, and haberjack, namely 2 ells within the selvages. Weights are to be standardized similarly. Number 36. In future, nothing shall be paid or accepted for the issue of a writ of inquisition of life or limbs. It shall be given gratis and not refused. Number 37. If a man holds land of the crown by fee, farm, socieds, or burgage, and also holds land of someone else for knight's service, we will not have guardianship of his heir, nor of the land that belongs to the other person's fee, by virtue of the fee, farm, socage, or burgage, unless the fee farm owes knight's service. We will not have the guardianship of a man's heir, or of land that he holds of someone else, by reason of any small property, that he may hold of the crown for a service of knives, arrows, or the like. Number 38. In future, no official shall place a man on trial upon his own unsupported statement without producing credible witnesses to the truth of it. Number 39. No free man shall be seized or imprisoned or stripped of his rights or possessions, or outlawed or exiled, or deprived of his standing in any way, nor will we proceed with force against him or send others to do so, except by the lawful judgment of his equals or by the law of the land. Number 40. To no one will we sell, to no one deny or delay right of justice or justice. Number 41. All merchants may enter or leave England unharmed and without fear, and may stay or travel within it by land or water for purposes of trade, free from all illegal exactions, in accordance with ancient and lawful customs. This, however, does not apply in time of war to merchants from a country that is at war with us. Any such merchants found in our country at the outbreak of war shall be detained without injury to their persons or property until we or our Chief Justice have discovered how our own merchants are being treated in the country at war with us. If our own merchants are safe, they shall be safe too. Number 42. In future it shall be lawful for any man to leave and return to our kingdom unharmed and without fear by land or water, preserving his allegiance to us, except in time of war for some short period, for the common benefit of the realm. People that have been imprisoned or outlawed in accordance with the law of the land, people from a country that is at war with us, and merchants who shall be dealt with as stated above, are excepted from this provision. Number 43. If a man holds lands of any escheat, such as the honour of Wallingford, Nottingham, Boulogne, Lancaster, or other escheats in our hand that are baronies, at his death his heir shall give us only the relief and service that he would have made to the baron, had the barony been in the baron's hand. We will hold the escheat in the same manner as the baron held it. Number 44. People who live outside the forest need not in future appear before the royal justices of the forest in answer to general summonses unless they are actually involved in proceedings or are sureties for someone who has been seized for a forest offense. Number 45. We will appoint as justices, constables, sheriffs, or other officials only men that know the law of the realm and are minded to keep it well. Number 46. All barons who have founded abbeys and have charters of English kings or ancient tenure as evidence of this may have guardianship of them when there is no abbot as is their due. Number 47. All forests that have been created in our reign shall at once be disafforested. River banks that have been enclosed in our reign shall be treated similarly. Number 48. All evil customs relating to forests and warrens, foresters, warreners, sheriffs and their servants, or river banks and their wardens, are at once to be investigated in every county by 12 sworn knights of the county, and within 40 days of their inquiry, the evil customs are to be abolished completely and irrevocably. But we, as or our Chief Justice, if we are not in England, are first to be informed. Number 49. We will at once return all hostages and charters delivered up to us by Englishmen as security for peace or for loyal service. Number 50. We will remove completely from their offices the kinsmen of Gerald de Effie, and in future they shall hold no offices in England. The people in question are Englard de Segogne, Peter, Guy, and Andrew de Chauncey, Guy de Signon, Geoffrey de Martigny and his brothers, Philip Mark and his brothers, with Geoffrey his nephew and all their followers. Number 51. As soon as peace is restored, we will remove from the kingdom all the foreign knights, bowmen, their attendants, and the mercenaries that have come to its harm, and with horses and arms. Number 52. To any man whom we have deprived or dispossessed of lands, castles, liberties, or rights, without the lawful judgment of his equals, we will at once restore these. In cases of dispute, the matter shall be resolved by the judgment of the 25 barons referred to below in the clause for securing the peace, as in section 61. In cases, however, where a man was deprived or dispossessed of something without the lawful judgment of his equals by our father King Henry or our brother King Richard, and it remains in our hands or is held by others under our warranty, we shall have respite for the period commonly allowed to crusaders, unless a lawsuit has been begun or an inquiry has been made at our order before we took the cross as a crusader. On our return from the crusade, or if we abandon it, we will at once render justice in full. Number 53. We shall have similar respite in rendering justice in connection with the forests that are to be disafforested or to remain forests, when these were first afforested by our father Henry or our brother Richard, with the guardianship of lands in another person's fee, when we have hitherto had this by virtue of a fee held of us for knight's service by a third party, and with abbeys founded in another person's fee, in which the lord of the fee claims to own a right. On our return from the crusade, or if we abandon it, we will at once do full justice to complaints about these matters. Number 54. No one shall be arrested or imprisoned on the appeal of a woman for the death or of any person except her husband. Number 55. All fines that have been given to us unjustly and against the law of the land, and all fines that we have exacted unjustly, shall be entirely remitted or the matter decided by a majority judgment of the 25 barons referred to below in the clause for securing the peace, section 61, together with Stephen, Archbishop of Canterbury, if he can be present, and such others as he wishes to bring with him. If the Archbishop cannot be present, proceedings shall continue without him, provided that if any of the 25 barons has been involved in a similar suit himself, his judgment shall be set aside, and someone else chosen and sworn in his place, as a substitute for the single occasioned by the rest of the 25. Number 56. If we have deprived or dispossessed any Welshmen of land, liberties, or anything else in England or in Wales, without the lawful judgment of their equals, these are at once to be returned to them. A dispute on this point shall be determined in the marches by the judgment of equals. English law shall apply to the holdings of lands in England, Welsh law to those in Wales, and the law of the marches to those in the marches. The Welsh shall treat us and ours in the same way. Number 57. In cases where a Welshman was deprived or dispossessed of anything without the lawful judgment of his equals by our father King Henry or our brother King Richard, and it remains in our hands or is held by others under our warranty, we shall have respite for the period commonly allowed to crusaders, unless a lawsuit has been begun or an inquiry had been made at our order before we took the cross as a crusader, but on our return from the crusade, or if we abandon it, we will at once do full justice according to the laws of Wales and the said regions. Number 58. We will at once return the son of Llewellyn, all Welsh hostages, and the charters delivered to us as security for the peace. Number 59. With regard to the return of the sisters and hostages of Alexander, King of Scotland, his liberties and his rights, we will treat him in the same way as our other barons of England, unless it appears from the charters that we hold from his father William, formerly King of Scotland, that he should be treated otherwise. This matter shall be resolved by the judgment of his equals in our court. Number 60. All these customs and liberties that we have granted shall be observed in our kingdom insofar as concerns of our own relations with our own subjects. Let all men of our kingdom, whether clergy or laymen, observe them similarly in their relations with their own men. Number 61. Since we have granted all these things for God, for the better ordering of our kingdom, and to allay the discord that has arisen between us and our barons, and since we desire that they shall be enjoyed in their entirety with lasting strength forever, we give and grant to the barons the following security. The barons shall elect 25 of their number to keep and cause to be observed with all their might the peace and liberties granted and confirmed to them by this charter. If we, our Chief Justice, our officials, or any of our servants, offend in any respect against any man or transgress any of the articles of the peace or of this security, and the offense is made known to 4 of the said 25 barons, they shall come to us, or in our absence from the kingdom to the Chief Justice, to declare it and claim immediate redress. If we, or in our absence, abroad, the Chief Justice, make no redress within 40 days, reckoning from the day on which the offense was declared to us or to him, the 4 barons shall refer the matter to the rest of the 25 barons, who may distrain upon and assail us in every way possible, with the support of the whole community of the land, by seizing our castles, lands, possessions, or anything else, saving only our own person and those of the Queen and our children, until they have secured such redress as they have determined upon. Having secured the redress, they may then resume their normal obedience to us. Any man who so desires may take an oath to obey the commands of the 25 barons for the achievement of these ends, and to join them in assailing us to the utmost of his power. We give public and free permission to take this oath to any man who so desires, and at no time will we prohibit any man from taking it. Indeed, we will compel any of our subjects who are unwilling to take it to swear it at our command. If one of the 25 barons dies or leaves the country, or is prevented in any other way from discharging his duties, the rest of them shall choose another baron in his place, at their discretion, who shall be duly sworn in as they were. In the event of disagreement among the 25 barons on any matter referred to them for decision, the verdict of the majority present shall have the same validity as a unanimous verdict of the whole 25, whether these were all present or some of these summoned were unwilling or unable to appear. The 25 barons shall swear to obey all the above articles faithfully, and shall cause them to be obeyed by others to the best of their power. We will not seek to procure from anyone, either by our own efforts or those of a third party, anything by which any part of these concessions or liberties might be revoked or diminished. Should such a thing be procured, it shall be null and void, and we will at no time make use of it, either ourselves or through a third party. Number 62. We have remitted and pardoned fully to all men any ill will, hurt, or grudges that have arisen between us and our subjects, whether clergy or laymen, since the beginning of the dispute. We have in addition remitting fully, and for our own part have also pardoned to all clergy and laymen any offenses committed as a result of the said dispute between Easter in the 16th year of our reign, i.e. 1215, and the restoration of peace. In addition, we have caused letters patent to be made for the barons, bearing witness to this security and to the concessions set out above, over the seals of Stephen, Archbishop of Canterbury, Henry, Archbishop of Dublin, the other bishops named above, and Master Pandulf. Number 63. It is accordingly our wish and command that the English Church shall be free, and that men in our kingdom shall have and keep all these liberties, rights, and concessions, well and peaceably in their fullness and entirety, for them and their heirs, of us and our heirs, in all things and all places forever. Both we and the barons have sworn that all this shall be observed in good faith and without deceit. witness the above-mentioned people and many others, given by our hand in the meadow that is called Running Mead, between Windsor and Staines, on the 15th day of June, in the 17th year of our reign, i.e. 1215. The new regnal year began on 28th of May. This is the Magna Carta.